This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Pete and Sebastian Show, baby, we're back. What's up, bro? How are you, Sebastian Maniscalco?
Coming off a, when's it through the 4-day extravaganza in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, man. Shows all like a bunch of shows?
Well, I went initially, I had shows scheduled on Friday and Saturday, but I went in on Wednesday for this thing called Cinemacon, where a bunch of the studios showcase their movies for theater owners. So the theater owners go to Vegas, they see the trailers, they hear from the talent, and they go, oh, I want to see that movie in my theater. And this is what kind of drums up the interest in movie theaters buying your film. So I hosted for Lionsgate. I emceed the whole thing. So they had like 4 or 5 movies they were showcasing. I came out, I did 10 minutes of material to start off. And then I go, the first movie is The Expendables 4. I do a joke about The Expendables, and boom, we're right into the trailer. And I come back out, and I do the next movie. For my movie, which was the last one, I say, I'm here for my movie. I give an explanation of, how it came to be. And then I invite the cast out. We had De Niro, Kim Cattrall, Leslie Bibb all come on stage.
Wow. And
we had a little discussion, a little back and forth, what have you. Here's the lesson here on experience. I had a buddy of mine that I use every now and then to write some jokes for the movies. Just like some one-off jokes.
When you do like award ceremonies?
Yeah, similar to what you do, you write jokes for the MC. I don't particularly like jokes at I don't like doing like teleprompter jokes. For example, if you were hosting the Oscars, you're reading off a teleprompter. I don't like that. I feel like it's disconnected. I feel like when you read jokes, it's difficult to deliver. So
it's handicapping what you do, and and then like I always wondered too, even if you did that, and you go, if I go off on a riff, is the guy going to keep scrolling, or is he going to know to hit the pause thing, man? You know what I'm saying?
It's exactly the question I had with the teleprompter person. I said, listen, if I decide that I don't want to do that joke, how are you going to know to move to the next thing, So to eliminate all that, before I went on, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like someone was telling me it don't seem right. So I told the producer, I go, cut the whole fucking thing. I'm doing my own shit. I'm doing my own thing. They're like, what?
Nice.
I said, get rid of the teleprompter until I got it. There's certain things I had to introduce, this next film starring that. I go, put that in there. Get rid of the jokes.
Right. Nice. I love it.
So I went out and I just did some improv at the top about Las Vegas and what I saw. And boom, I was into the material. And we were off to the races. 10 years ago, I would have never done that. I would have gone, oh, you want me to do that? I'll do that. No, now I'm like, I don't feel right.
Right. Well, again, man, it's like calling in a gunslinger and going, now here's a sword. We want you to have a sword fight, guy.
Yeah.
I use guns.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So
it's like a quarterback.
It must have felt good.
It felt great. It's like a quarterback going up to the line. He don't see the play they called is not what he's feeling, and he switches the play at the line. That's what I did. Now,
well, you got to understand, because they're like, listen, years past we've had like Jared Leto do this, and so we usually are used to. Yeah. That's the beauty of a comedian. Not only do you do that film, not only do you have all these people that follow you, not only are you going to go on everything from the cast to everything else and promote it, I'll even host when you bring in the movie theater owners to come out. Just the versatility is unbelievable.
Which they loved. They loved that I was there. They were completely appreciative of it. I did a meet and greet with the theater owners. I did the show. Then I presented a Cinemacon Lifetime Achievement Award later that evening to De Niro, which I had to read. This thing was like, I had to read it. It was all of his accomplishments and da-da-da. By the way, I can't read. Wow. I can't read for shit, by the way. I can't read right anymore. Something's wrong with me. Like, I'm reading off the teleprompter and I'm like, I don't read right. It's something's off. So I do all this, and by the way, I got to give it up for Lionsgate. Class move here. To my room, I get delivered a Versace bag, right?
Wow.
I take this box out. I open up the box. They bought me a beautiful leather Versace. The leather was like koala bear. I don't know what it was.
Whoa. I thought you could only get koala bear leather in China. Now, listen. Hold on. What is a Versace? I thought you didn't finish saying Versace. You go, they got me a leather Versace.
Yeah,
I was going to say Versace belt or something.
No. I just shortened Versace.
But what leather Versace? What? Just a bag? Is there something inside?
No, they gave me a leather jacket. I just say Versace instead of Versace. You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't even say jacket.
Oh, I didn't say jacket.
How would I know?
No.
No.
I thought I left jacket out. It's a jacket.
So they gave you a leather Versace bag with a Versace jacket in the bag.
No. It was a bag, like, a Versace bag.
Oh.
And then I took the box out, and it was a beautiful fucking jacket. Thank you.
Did it? Please tell me it didn't have a Lionsgate logo on the back.
No,
of the back of the Versace.
You're the second person that asked me that. Lindsay, my tour manager, asked me the same thing. Like, was it branded with Lionsgate? No.
You know why? Because it don't stay in the koala skin. For whatever reason, the koala leather, the brand fades after a while, so they don't even bother. Bro, I can't tell you how many times writing on TV shows you get like something like nice jacket and you go, oh, I love it. There you go. Everyone knows what I do for a living. What are you, a sound guy on that show? Yeah. As soon as I see the logo, I used to go, that's for my dad.
Anything logo, I give away.
Yeah.
Backpack, beautiful Lululemon backpack I got. And then I got the company name on it. That's it. Goodbye. That's gone.
Oh. I've had logo stuff that made me leave it in the hotel room. Oh man, I mean, it's just right on a beautiful leather notebook. Boom! I can't tell you how many times I had to walk away from Comedy Central product. Every time I go to Montreal Festival, I go, I love it, Comedy Central. I mean, nothing wrong with the network.
No, but it's just
they know you got it for free. I'm saying people know you got it for free.
Yeah. As soon as you lift it up in the hotel room and it says like Viacom, that's a house. There's a lot of housekeepers walking around the country with entertainment logo shit on their back.
Oh, God. Oh, bro, for the longest time, I had an awesome computer bag. I got it at a thrift shop, and it said Mike's 40th in green stitching. But it was on the bottom right. You can barely see it. My computer fit perfect. It cost $2. I kept using it. I don't even know where or who Mike is. Oh, God. What a birthday, though. Everyone got fucking leather bag. Computer bags at Mike's 40th.
Oh, no shit, right? God bless Mike.
Yeah. Man, shit.
So, this compared to the story I just told you off air, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get, and the story I just told you about the thing, and then I'm sorry, guys, I can't tell you the story that I told Pete. It's extremely private. But
well, right now, so nothing's gone sour on this one. It sounds good. You did a great job. You bailed on
No. This Lionsgate gave me a nice gift, and they didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well,
compared to the story I told you about the bill.
Well, I mean, Lionsgate gave you a gift for hosting their show, which might have been better than some Christmas gifts you got from people.
Oh,
right?
no,
that are in the business.
This was dialed in. I mean, they know, like they know I love jackets, right? Yeah. And then boom, it's just class. So anyway,
movies, baby. I gotta interrupt for a second and just say, you know how many movie theater owners are going to Vegas, it's De Niro, and we all love Sebastian. He comes to our town, and it's Robert De Niro. They don't need to go to Vegas to go. We'll take it, Bill. They're all going for the fun. It's great. We go to Vegas. We watch a few movies. We have a good day. By the way, I've never driven by my movie theater and went, I never heard of that one. But if the local movie theater owner thinks it's good, I should check it out. It's like I'm going or I'm not going. Yeah. That's just interesting. Yeah. But, what a nice treat for them. By the way, how much do you think it would cost? Like if a movie theater owner said, I want the movie. Do you think he could get this? If he said, I want the movie. I got a little town where I live. Everyone's going to come out to see it. I want to put a big investment. I got a lot of money to burn. I'm a hedge fund guy, whatever it is, right? And everyone with the pandemic, it's nice, roll back out. I'd like to make an extended offer of $1 million each to Sebastian and Robert De Niro to simply come out at the end of the movie from behind the screen, much like they did tonight for this, and just blow away my audience and let them just all take a quick photo, walk by a quick photo, and then they're back on a plane. We'll provide private transport back to wherever they came.
What's the address?
What if De Niro's like, I gotta check my schedule? Like, Bobby, check nothing. $1 million. We land, we pop out, go to Da, and we're back on the plane.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, all right, so keep going, man. Bro, that was great.
So that was fun.
How was it received?
It was great. It was a really great experience. Had a ball. The theater owners loved the whole experience. So what's his name was there? I'm sorry, this guy's a star. Keanu Reeves.
Oh my God, bro! There was like stars all over the place. I thought from other movies.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude!
Keanu Reeves is there. He's promoting not Expendables. John Wick 4. Right? He came out and he introduced his trailer, and all the studios was there. Like Universal, Paramount, Lionsgate. The Rock was there. He wasn't on my thing because he didn't have a movie with Lionsgate. But the Rock came out to promote his stuff, and Steve Correale was there. So there was a lot of.
Did you say hi to Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, I said hello to him. But he's just like one of these guys where it's just like he's got something. There's like an aura around this guy.
There is an aura, bro. I know. It's like when Superman when the baby crashed to Earth, and the farmers took him out of the hole, and they hold him. There was like a glow to him, like you knew there's something.
There's something. You're right. He's got a glow, and I have to say, admittedly, I have someone in my family that has this glow. It's my son. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying it because he's my son, bro. But he's got a glow, bro. I swear to God, he's got a glow.
Well, I got to tell you, man, Caruso, Keanu, they're both like exotic names. You know what I'm saying? It's like even River Phoenix. I think the parents see the glow young. Like the one parent goes, we'll call him John. And the other one goes, you don't see that glow? We're calling him River. Can't go normal. We gotta go outside the box. We gotta give our kid a name that you can't get on a keychain at Disney World. You know what I'm saying?
I was just talking to my buddy in Las Vegas, and he was saying that he's a doctor, and they went to Italy a bunch of American doctors went to Italy to teach Italian doctors how to do spine surgery. And the American doctors are all introducing themselves. My name is Jason. This is John. This is Bill. This is Kevin. And they asked the doctor, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Salvatore." And he goes, my name sounded just so insignificant after that man told me his name.
Right. I mean, it's, there's something. Does the name make the man, or does the man
I don't know,
name?
man. Well, I mean, shit, Tom Cruise has got like a normal name. And I mean, like,
But it was Tom Mapother, and even he looked at himself in the mirror and said, "It's Cruise. Somebody made a mistake." I mean, even he knew. Even if you miss it, the kid would come out at 10 years old and go, "It's not Ken anymore, Dad. It's Caruso."
Oh, God. Oh, God. So
did was his hair like? Does he do that, Keanu, or he talks where he just kind of makes it?
The only way I can describe his hair, it's like drapes.
Right? And when he shakes it a little, it's as if there's a light breeze coming through the window, hitting the drape, right? Oh, God. Again.
Oh, God, bro. It just comes down his face and here, and it's just like you opened up the drapes to just let the sun in, and that's the glow, bro. That's the glow this guy's got. So, man, we do that. And then Lana comes in on Friday. So we had a bunch of friends, not a bunch, and two other couples that were coming to Vegas for that Tiger Jam. So Lana came in. It was nice. I mean, unfortunately, I was working Friday and Saturday night. But Saturday, we went by the pool and just hung out by the pool, which I definitely needed. I just needed to relax by the pool. And then we did the shows, and then came back yesterday, and I went to a Netflix. Netflix is doing this comedy festival here in Los Angeles, and Ted Sarandos, the head of Netflix, threw a brunch for all the comedians.
Nice.
At his home. Bro, this was like a who's who of stand-up comedy. I couldn't believe who was there.
Oh, really?
I walked in, Norman Lear's there. Right? First guy I see.
Wow.
Seinfeld, Bill Burr, Chappelle, Aziz Ansari, John Mulaney, Fortune Feimster, Tiffany Haddish. Everybody that's in the festival was at this party. I got to tell you, man, when you get together with comedians, there's nothing like it. The conversation is just so... Seinfeld told me something yesterday. He goes, "You ever get these people that come up and go, you got to invest in this, you got to invest in that, whether it be a stock or a company."
Yeah,
he goes, you know what I tell him? He goes, "I invested in comedy." And I got in cheap. I got in at $1, right? Yeah, which was a great way to put it, because everybody was talking about investing and this and that. And the other, like, he was basically saying you invest in yourself. So yeah, man. So Lana and I went, had a ball there. Unfortunately, we couldn't stay long because I had a show at 5:00 and 8:00. But we stopped by there, and today's Monday, bro. It's just I'm exhausted. All right.
Was Regan there by any chance?
Regan wasn't there. I didn't see him. Who else did I see there?
Fun.
Who else did I see that you know?
That's all right. Yeah. I gotta ask though, before we go any further. I mean, Keanu Reeves, we're talking top tier here. You said you talked to him. Did you say like?
No, it was just like a hello. It wasn't like an exchange. We didn't sit down and have a cup of coffee. It was just like an
unbelievable.
So yeah, what do you got? I'm sorry, I went off.
Whirlwind Weekend with the stars, guy. Shit, did you see The Rock at all?
No, didn't see Rock. Who else did I see? My mom was there. She went to go see Gaga at the park. Lana went to go see Lady Gaga, And it was good. It was a good weekend. It was good to get away. And that's that. What's happening? What do we got?
I had this past weekend was Sadie's communion. So I got to tell you a funny story here. So communion is this past Sunday. Now on Friday, she's got to go to confession, and they tell you go into the church at a certain time for a half hour. It'll be before Mass. No one's there, but the priest will be in the confessional booth. And then Sadie goes in and says what she's got to say, the act of contrition. And that's something you have to do before communion on Sunday. So we get there, and there's like an older gentleman in the lobby of the church. I'm like, is the priest here yet? He's like, yeah, you just go in, you go right up to the confession. Now, I haven't been like to a confession in forever, have you?
No.
All right. So you go up, and like there's a red light and a green light, and you would know, right? You used to be an altar boy, and nothing's on. So I'm like, is he even here? Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you, right before we leave, I pull Sadie aside at the house alone, and tell me if you think as a parent, this is like ridiculous or a good call. and almost in his exact words, I just go, listen, Sadie, I just want you to know, obviously, there's like a 99.9% chance. Obviously, nothing is going to happen. But I just want you to know, and this isn't just go for the priest, but if you're ever alone, but like if you're in there and he's like, oh, you have to show me your private parts, but don't tell your parents I told you, because that's part of what the confession is. If you can keep that a secret, you can't tell them, well, that's a sin. Don't say you tell me everything. And she's like, Dad. I go, no, I'm just saying, if anyone ever told you anything, forget that. You tell me. And she's like, of course I know, right? So I tell Jackie, and she's like, I thought maybe she'd be like, that's a bit much. And she goes right into, no, say, it's true, because and she starts going into the whole history of what priests have done. I go, hey, she doesn't need to know all that. She's going in. I just wanted to. So here we go. We're turning into this fun experience to her, like, freaking out.
He's going to get communion, and you're on the molestation charges.
That's it. I go, when you're in there, if you hear rumbling and like he's getting up to open the door, you get out. You run out. No, I'm only kidding. I didn't say that. So anyway, she goes in. They close the door. Oh, he's not there yet, so we'll wait. And then he comes down the aisle, and he's like, all right, I'll be 1 sec. Just give me a second. And then he goes in there, and he closes the door, and the green light goes on. And we're the only ones there, so it's kind of weird. You'd think he would just go, okay, come on in with me. But, he keeps it like legit, puts the green light on. So she goes in, and she kneels down, and then I'm listening. And she just says that I lie and I disobey my parents. Those are her sins, And then he tells her to do an act of contrition. She does it. Boom. So now we're all outside, Jackie and I, and he stays in there because the priest says like he's in there for a half hour, and there's still no one around. So about to leave, and I go to Jack, should we go in there? And she goes, I'm not going in there. And I go, I haven't been in there forever. And I'm like, fuck, I'll go, whatever, I'll go, Dude, so I go in, right? This is crazy.
Wait a minute. They still got that little, like, the thing that they raise up, and then you could kind of see the shadow.
They do, but you go in and you kneel down. By the way, remember in the 70s when anyone had a renovated basement, it had that plywood wood look?
Yeah.
Or that's what this thing is. It's like a room about the size of my little office here, and he's in a cubby behind that.
Yeah.
And you lift up the thing, but the thing is when you lift it up, there's a little netting, but we're face to face. I'm not getting a profile. We're looking right at each other.
Yeah, but you can see his face?
I can see his face. They had another one on the other side of the church. Jackie says that one's more of, you go side by side and you can't see. And she goes, but when they use this one, I guess this is the one they use more often because where we live, it's small town. I don't know. So he could see me, which was a little like shit.
Okay, so
but there was like, not clearly, there was netting, but it was, you could tell who I was big time.
Okay.
And I'm with Sadie. He knows who I was.
I don't know if I like this, but go ahead.
So, yeah, bro, I was going to save this for the end, but the one part I want to say is at the end of it all, Well, Jackie just goes, "Oh, it's great you did it." I go, "I just did it for the cast." And she goes, "I know you did." She goes, "I know you did." So, but having said that, when I went in and I went to kneel down, I was like, I bit off more than I can chew. What the fuck am I doing here? Because I kneeled down, he's over there, and I'm like, I think this is how you start. I do the old, blessed be Father, for I've sinned. It's been a really long time since I've been in here. And he goes, "Well, you're here now. Gosh, that's so good. That's such good stuff. That's such good." He was so excited, bro, right?
Bro, I would have left.
So, oh, my God. What do you want left?
No.
He talked so much. What?
If I heard that on the other side of the screen, I would have said, "Thank you, Father. I need to go home now."
Not even, bro. This guy, we go to church on Saturdays. I know him. He's a good dude. No, but I hear you. It was uncomfortable, but I'm doing it right. And then he goes, "What have you sinned?" I forget how he put it. I'm not making any of this up. No exaggeration. I go, "Well, I've lied." And I go, "But like white lies." And it's funny because Jackie, when I left, she goes, all I heard was white lie. And she goes, then I couldn't hear, but I'm like, she goes, but I'm like, is he going to like fucking tell that he cheated on me? So what the fuck did he go in there for? Right? So I go, like white lie. And then I go, I've used the Lord's name in vain. And I probably could have tipped a little more sometimes than I did.
Oh, is that a sin?
I don't know, but I said it because in my head I was like, I probably I remember taking Nicorette gum, I got charged for the wrong box. It's kind of like shoplifting, but I didn't go back in to fix it. But I'm like, I ain't getting into all that with him. What's the third? I go, I probably could have tipped more than I have sometimes, right?
So you lied. You lied. You confessed about doing a white lie, and then you white lied right after that to the priest?
Well, kind of. I did wish I would tip more, but I didn't tell him. I wasn't going any further than that. And here's the best part of this, because as I say the third one, right? And I go, no, I probably could have tipped a little more than I have in the past. And he goes, well, as far as the lying, and I go, I just got to tell you, Father, too. I mean, I've been with my wife over 30 years, and I've never cheated once, not even close, right? And who does that, bro?
Oh, that's beautiful.
I forget the lies. Let me tell you some of the highlights.
Bro, that highlight cancels all your sins.
I literally thought he'd go, oh, God, let's just go. You're out of here. You're good to go. You don't even have a penance, right? So that's what I'm saying. Before you get going with what you got a problem with my white lies, let me tell you the good, right? So he goes, gosh, I got to say so many, you come in here and people say the bad things, but we never celebrate the good things. And that's a great thing. That's a wonderful thing. And that's how he talks. I'll try not to keep imitating him. But then I got some information for you. It's going to blow your mind. So the lie thing, we didn't touch on that much. So check this out. Cursing, he goes, it's not a sin. What? I go, cursing is not. He goes, Jesus doesn't care if you sin. It's a matter of whether or not people around you are uncomfortable saying that. But in the Lord's eyes, cursing is not a sin. And some of them have cursed to Jesus, in front of Jesus. It's not a sin. And then he also said, when you use the Lord's name, like Jesus Christ or something like that, not a sin. He goes, all that is think of it this way. If someone called out your name and then you turned around to address them and then they weren't talking to you, it's just, it's just like you're interrupting Jesus, but it's not a sin. I'm like, guy. So any of you parents out there, right now you might want to hold your kids' ears, but the fucking bombs are dropping on this show movie. I thought I was sinning. I'm not even sinning.
Wait, you're telling me if you say, God damn, I thought that was using the Lord's name in vain. That's
we didn't get into throwing the damn on the end of it. You're probably right. But the one I'm loving is, when you go, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
How about if someone said, for Pete's sake?
Well, I don't mind.
That's what I'm saying. Like, would you get offended if someone said that?
That's right. I wouldn't. It's even like, let's say instead of Jesus Christ, or when they go, Jesus, you're gonna eat that? What if it was you they used and said, Sebastian, you're gonna eat that after it fell on the floor? Would you try to put a stop to that, bro?
Absolutely not.
People stub their toe and go, Sebastian Maniscalco. I told him not to fucking put the nail there. Jesus should be flattened. We're keeping him relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when you went into the confessional, was all this improv? Like, as far as, like, did you have a set going in there? Like, I'm going to tell him about this, and that? Or was this all coming up as you were going?
No, because he did most of the talking. I just knew I was going to tell him I lie and that I used the name in vain. And then I'm like, I'll think of a third one. And then I'm like, I couldn't. And then I'm like, well, it does bother me. I've been tipping more already since that.
Oh,
but
beautiful.
then after I said that, he went into a story about as a child, he thought swearing was bad because the nun told him that. And then he went to the priest, and the priest is like, you didn't sin. Don't worry about what the nun said. And then he said the thing about the Lord. But then this is when I knew what I kind of felt about myself for a long time, and like sometimes out of nowhere, Jackie will say, you're just a really nice guy, Pete. But now, when I tell you this, bro, you're going to be blown away. When Sadie was in there, I heard him give her penance, and it was to go back out and say, Our Father, the prayer, right? Now, at the end with me, I can't tell you how over the moon he was that I was in there. He's like, this is so great. And when I left, as I'm leaving, he yelled out, you made my day. And I knew where he was coming from. He's like, I got the coolest guy in my parish coming in here. This is a game changer. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a trendsetter in this town. If I can get him in here, he's going to get word out at the bar. Correale was in confession. Should we be going back there?
So let me ask you something.
Right.
In the world of confessionals, let's say Sadie went in there and told the priest something that you should know. Is there a confidentiality between the priest and the child in the confessional where that stays in the confessional? Let's say
that's a great question.
Let's say Sadie said, you know what, I stole $200 out of my dad's wallet or whatever. Could the priest come out of there and go, Pete, need to talk to you. Your kid's stealing from you. You should know that.
Right.
Or does he just keep that?
I see. I wonder if it's a judgment call, like that's a sin and tell him not to do that anymore, but nothing's in danger. Like if the kid was like 13 going into the priest saying, I'm poking pinholes in my daddy's condom wrap. Then he's got to come back out, go tell your wife to get tested, and
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there a, let's say if you did go in and you say, you know what, I cheated on Jackie. Could he go to Jackie and come here? He's cheating on you.
No, but I have written down here, he wouldn't there. But if I go, hey, listen, I'm slowly poisoning Jackie on the lowdown. I've been given the cyanide in her cereal only on Wednesdays. It's a slow. I don't feel good about it, Father, but is he gonna go? You got to stop doing that, or is he gonna be, like what level of?
I don't know. Where does it end?
I feel like that makes him get up and come around the thing,
He takes up the mesh and puts his head in there. Go, what, you fucking nuts?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Oh,
so then when I'm in there, bro, he goes, all right, why don't you give me one act of contrition? And I'm like, in my head, I was like, I knew he was going to do that. And I go, I'm sorry, Father, I don't know that. Like, I don't know that at all. And he goes, okay, why don't we do the Our Father together? And I go, I honestly only know parts of that. You'll do it a little bit by yourself. This is literally how I'm saying it. And he laughs and he goes, all right, that's fine. That's all fine. I don't want you to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just great that you're here. And then he gives me something easy, right? And then he goes, for your penance, and this is what I couldn't wait to tell you. He tells a story about a poor woman in Trinidad. A story he once read, and the woman only had money for one dress, a little white dress for her daughter. And every day the daughter would come home from school and the woman would press and clean the dress until the morning and have it ready for the girl every day. And then one day the girl said, Mommy, why do you always do that for me? And the mother turned the girl around and looked at her and said, 'cause I like to look at you. Jesus likes to look at you specifically. So for your penance, just if you find the time, only 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, when you find time alone, take 5 minutes and just sit there and let Jesus look at you. That was my penance. Jesus just wanted to take a good hard look at the specimen guy.
What? Did you do this yet?
Not yet. I'm thinking, we haven't had good weather. I told Jackie, because she joked yesterday, did you let Jesus look at you yet for 5 minutes? I go, I think I want to do it in the sun. I don't want to do it indoors.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't had good weather yet, and there's a log in my backyard around noon. It gets nice sun. I think I want to sit on the stump of this log, make it more pure, and just chain out. Let Jesus just... It's like a beautiful Labrador Retriever puppy. You're trying to get a good look at him. He's moving around. Just let me get a good look at you.
So,
and this isn't one of those Jesus loves everybody things. This is specific to me.
Bro.
Jesus wants to take a good hard look-see. So anyway,
all right.
I'll leave that there.
Wait a minute. When you do this, do you like pick out a specific outfit for this, or do you do it in the outfit you currently have on at the time?
Oh, see, this is why I can only do the show with you, guy. Only you ask questions like this. Only you get this shit. I'm thinking I got to show some chest hair, so I think I got to go with something button and maybe go like Bruce Willis level of unbutton from 1985, where he barely has a button on.
Oh, yeah. No.
And just let... You know what I'm saying? Not naked.
No,
I'm not
no,
like Matthew McConaughey doing a bongo thing.
No, I say we go a white button up, untucked.
I don't even know. I can't go white. That's too altar boyish. I think I'm going to go flannel. This literally might work, guy. This literally might work. Like this. Just almost like I'm tanning. Like I'm tanning.
No, I get you. You
know?
Yeah, no, I might even adopt this technique. If
he hasn't, listen, you got to go find out if he wants to look at you, guy. He might not be interested. But I don't even know how do I let him know whatever he's doing to stop doing it and it's time to take your 5 minute look? Like, is there a signal I give?
No, listen, bro.
Sign it across?
While he's up there, he might be doing other things, right? But then all of a sudden, he's gonna just look and go, oh, he's ready. I just feel like you're gonna catch his eye and he's gonna start paying attention, right?
Well, all we can hope is that when I do my 5 minutes, Brad Pitt is on the move somewhere. Because if he's doing a sit down for God to look to, I know he's gonna go, oh wait, this Pitt fucking was BP at the thing, guy?
No, bro. Believe me.
Tommy C?
No. I didn't see any of them there. Although, they did preview Top Gun. I don't think he was there, though. I don't think he was there. Wow. So that's fascinating, man. I mean, you got me interested in going to confession.
Well, I'll tell you, man, you don't think it matters, but at the end, when he hits you with, you are absolved of all your sins, go in peace. Whoa, bro. That is like the detox.
Totally. It's almost like going to the doctor and the doctor saying, you got a clean bill of health. You're like, let's start sinning again.
Well, top that, it's like the doctor saying you got a clean bill of health, and turns out cigarettes aren't even bad for you, right? Because not only did the priest say I'm absolved of my sins, and he's like, and you can swear, you could curse in church, you could say it's fucking hot in here. It's like beautiful.
Oh, I know, that's so worth it.
I'm just, it's a game changer. So yeah, I tell you, you would like to hear that, man. I mean, and but the thing is, when he says you're absolved of all your sins, are you only absolved of the ones that you told him about, or the other shit that I didn't share with you? Is that all under that umbrella?
Oh, fascinating questions here on the Pete and Sebastian show.
Yeah.
I got another little side bit on the NFL draft.
Oh, right, man. What was that like?
So I was told that I was going to go out with Matt Forte, who was the running back for the Chicago Bears for 6 years. I said, all right. And it was understood that I was going to share the responsibility. Like he would say, the 39th pick in the 2022 NFL draft goes to, and I'd say the name or vice versa. So I go and I'm back there and I'm talking to this guy. I don't even know who he is, but I'm talking to him. And I've noticed this with some athletes who are out of the game. They got to like relive when they were playing to people, right? Mm-hmm. This guy was going, in my day, I won a Super Bowl, I said, okay, like, this was like, I don't know. I was like, all right, guy, it was 50 years ago. So, I get it. I wanted to share his accomplishments, but I just thought it was like a little odd, especially, meeting him for the first time. So,
yeah, there was a guy, I did a corporate gig once. Oh, man, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name, but he won the Heisman Trophy 2 years in a row. Only guy to ever do that, out of Ohio State, I think. Lou, DJ Hank hit us with that. So we were sharing a limo back to the airport, and he told me all about his college days. And I remember thinking in my head, like, I didn't even ask him about him, and it was really great to hear him, but I'm like, man, isn't he like... Yeah, like it must just be like a flick of a light, and they just go right into it.
It's good. Dove right into it, and so I'm hanging out backstage, and I start talking to Forte, and nice guy, really really nice guy, and we all go on stage, and what's his name, Goodell, Roger Goodell, the commissioner's there. We all go on stage, and they're doing the picks. So I'm backstage. Now, I told my Instagram followers I'm going to be announcing the pick, tune in. We're backstage. I don't have any of my representatives back there because they weren't allowed to be backstage. And they give the card to Forte, and one woman goes, you guys have to figure out who's going to say what, leaving it up to me and Matt. Another woman goes, no, Matt's going to read the card. All right. Now, I'm put in a position here where I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to go out. I'm a comedian. I'm going to go out as a prop. Like, I wanted to, like, say something funny or whatever,
Right. Of course.
And I'm not saying nothing. So... I go out there, he says the pick, I walk off, and I'm pissed. I wanted to like be a part of it.
You didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything. I just felt bad because I told people to tune in. I was just sitting there standing, I wasn't saying nothing. So then after that, I did an interview with the NFL Game Day guys, which went great, but I was like, and then of course I called my, my publicist going, what the fuck happened? She goes, I told them this is how it was going to go. There must have been a miscommunication. But my God, I had an opportunity there to say the pick, and I was disappointed.
That's so funny, because 20 minutes ago you're like, told the story, if it was 10 years ago, I wouldn't have did that. And then you tell a story of something that happened a half hour later where you're like, basically you could have been wearing a black cocktail dress, escorting Matt Forte out onto the stage. They're looking at you like, is she one of those girls that holds up the cards in between rounds at the boxing match?
Yeah.
You didn't say nothing. Maybe they thought that was the bit. Bro, did you see something that was so avant-garde? He was like, why do comedians always have to say shit? He just went out there and didn't say nothing.
Well, my dad, my dad tuned in, and he's the first one that calls me, going, what the fuck was that?
No, please tell me your dad didn't have this live at the while he's working at the hair salon.
No, but he told people my son's going to tell you the pick, right? So now he's embarrassed.
Well, this is great. This is why the cast is so important. I ain't that I can say, listen to the latest cast. They'll tell you all of it. Now, but like this would be the equivalent if you were supposed to go out on that stage and toss a football into the crowd, and you said to Matt Forte, I'll toss the football, you stand there, right? This is what I do. This isn't even what you do.
That's what Watt texts me after and goes, you got fucked. And I said the exact same thing to him, saying that would be the equivalent of me like tossing a football while you're there. It just don't, right? Right?
Right.
I don't know, man. But I got to tell you, the people at these drafts,
they
dress up, bro, like in the team regalia. The guy had a Dallas Cowboy huge helmet on with 5 sirens on it, like.
Right, yeah.
And I was sitting there looking at him going, you're a father. Like.
I know, but that's. Listen, they probably sensed that on your face, and the lady called the radio down. I can see Sebastian's face. Just have Matt do all the reading. He's going to start making fun of people's hats and shit. I mean, that's what they do when they go there. Here's the bigger thing, though, man. Especially now with this movie coming out. You get asked to do tons of shit. You got to start being a little more like, I'd like to go to the draft, but am I putting myself in a position to, expand my brand, for lack of a better way to put it? I mean, just as a comedian, have you ever watched the draft? Like, what are you going to do? Go up there and do a bit, even if you did have the mic? It's,
No, I probably would have addressed the crowd before I said the pick and said, you guys are all dressed up like the football team that you like. Aren't you embarrassed? and then just have them scan the crowd, and then go the next pick for the day. Just go right into it. Like just make fun of the crowd and then go after right into it.
Maybe you'll get hired for the next Star Trek convention, and you could go. You're all a bunch of weirdos, and now William Shatner. Was that you think? You're going to get paid tons of money to go to shit that people like and make fun of it?
Shit.
You should be at like a cheese convention, man. You know what I'm saying? or some new wine that the George Lucas's winery is presented. Go host those. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's. Even when all I saw was, the one I saw was an hour from now, I'm going to be doing the draft. Because someone texted me saying, hey, Sebastian's at the draft. And it's an hour from now, I'm going to be there. And then that's the last one I checked out.
Yeah. No, I'm going to put one of the clips from my segment of the interview up on the Patreon page. By the way, thanks to everybody who joined Patreon. Killing it out the door. I'll put the clip up there so people can see the interview. But
is it clear how to get Patreon, by the way? Some people have been asking me how they sign up.
Go to Patreon, type in the Pete and Sebastian Show, and it's self-explanatory. You sign up, it's $5 a month, and we'll give you extra show a month, behind-the-scenes content, answer your questions, and do show topics. Yeah. So it's all there, and people are loving it. So go to the Patreon page and sign up today. It's I'm really having a ball with it because you get a really cool interaction with these fans, texting and whatnot. So
nice. setting up a new Patreon special show. I'll let you know about putting a little something together.
Can't wait. Can't wait. By the way, couple recommendations here in the Pete and Sebastian show. I recommended that podcast, The Wild Things, which I got a lot of people commenting back that they're loving that. I'm doing this new HBO show. I think it's called Winning Time. It's the show about the Lakers. You got to tune into that. It's amazing. Okay. And then I did the John Wayne Gacy documentary. John Wayne Gacy, for those of you who don't know, a serial killer who lived 15 minutes from my house growing up.
He's the one who buried him under his porch, right?
In the crawl space. He buried 29 bodies in the crawl space between the years of 1972 and 1978. And on top of that, this guy lived 5 blocks away from my grandmother. Wow. Do you believe it?
Holy shit, bro. He probably laid eyes on you driving by. I'm not saying he thought about anything of you, but you probably were in the presence of Gacy. Well, were you 3?
Well, 1973, I was born, and his whole motive was going after like boys between the ages like 15 and 21. He was looking for basically teenage boys. That was his fetish or whatever the fuck he was doing. But the fact that guy lives so close to me, and you know what? I knew of him. You know, like you heard the name Gacy growing up, but I was like, 6, 7 years old. But what? Yeah. There was no discussion of, he used to live, like it was.
He wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, he did child's parties dressed up as a clown.
Yeah.
It was just, bro, you might have played Pin the Tail of the Donkey at a party that the Gacy was at.
I didn't know this guy was so piped into the community. This guy was like president of the Democrats or whatever, like in his local community. Right. And he was the leader of the Polish parade. I mean, this guy was not like some loner burying bodies. This guy was like at your local community church, and the next thing you know, he was laying bodies in his base. It's disgusting. The thing is fascinating, though. It's on Netflix. It's a good watch.
All right. I gotta check it out. I'm watching. I gotta recommend one too. Then The Gilded Age, HBO. They had 8 episodes. They were creating the giant soundstage when we were writing out on Long Island. But it's about the Gilded Age, the early, what was it, like 1800s? The late 1800s in America, when all these people were living in New York City in these giant mansions, and like the guy who owned the railroad was rich, and it's all about that society.
All right.
It's really
all right. We'll take a look at that. That's what, HBO you said?
Yes.
HBO.
Yes.
All right, man. There you have it.
Great hang, brother.
Great hang. The Pete and Sebastian Show. Take a look at us on the Patreon, Pete and Sebastian Show. $5 a month, and you will not be disappointed. We will talk later this week, bro. Take care.
All right. Later, my man. Also want to add, this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, May 12th through the 14th, I will be in West Palm, Florida at the Improv. West Palm, Florida Improv, May 12th through 14th. Hope to see you there, baby.